If the people that they're hiring, the people doing the interviews, if they're that racist, they're not going to hire you anyway. What's going on, guys? It's been a few days and the race report's come out. It's come out that Patrisse Khan-Cullors, of the founder of the Black Lives Matter movement in America, has bought a £1.4 million house all the way over in a nice white area. I think it's about 88% white people, and I think it's about 1.8% of coloured folk. And that's from someone who says that she's so scared of the white people's bias and the police just hunting them down, and you know, their lives don't matter. I predicted all of this. That's why I've not really spoken on it, because it kind of annoys me that I have to keep repeating the same thing over and over again, and the same people are in the media spouting their rubbish, to be fair. And then the race report, I got away from it, and then today people like Femi just come and do stuff that make me have to speak. Now this race report, it's about black and brown and probably Chinese people, which are not going to say that. They're going on like it's a new report, right? But there has been multiple reports. In 1999 we had the McPherson report, 2010 we had the Marmot Review, 2012 we had the report of the riots and communities and victims panel. We had the Adebole report in 2013, we had the Young Review, improving the outcomes of black and Muslim men in the criminal justice system. We had in 2017, we had the Angoli Review, the Lamy Review, the Race Disparity Audit, the Parker Review, Ethnic Diversity of UK Boards. In 2019, the Timpson Review of School Exclusions, 2020 Windrush Review, Lessons Learned. All these reviews are not in my name, because the only thing I need to say is I need to look out my front door, I need to go down the street, and I need to see if I'm going to get my head kicked in for being a brown man. And it won't. So I'm going to put a challenge out to all these people who want to go on all these media channels. If you want to talk about institutional racism, if you want to talk about how racist the UK is, to me you're an enemy. And I'll tell you why. Because you're putting people's lives in danger. Because when you're in a majority white country and you're getting all the reviews and you're getting all the airtime, basically lying, like Black Lives Matter, it's only going to come to a stage where, when I say black and white unite, this is how we've always been, this is how it always will be. People will say, you know what, Danny, half of what is said out in the media is lies, but the other half of the media are facilitating the lies. So what can we do? And I'm telling you, it's going to become a problem, and people are a lot more outnumbered. And that's why I've got to come out and say, where is the racism? So we've had all them reports, but I've been trying to find reports for white people. Now I've got it on the computer here. I've got a few things, a few that the Commission has shown, and it's kind of weird because a lot of the 24 recommendations in the race report result to the police. Now the police, they don't care who you are, black, brown, Chinese, they don't care, Indian, don't care. If you're not taking the government's advice and you're not seeking what the government do, they're going to come against you. They're going to come and they're going to bend you up, twist you up, they're going to put CS gas in your face, they're going to make you bite their concrete, they're going to do what they like because they're against the people. At this moment in time, the police are against the people. It's not against black people, it's not against X, Y and Z, it's against all people. If you go up to Liverpool, I guarantee you there'll be less black people arrested than there will be in South London. But you're focusing your energies and you're focusing your efforts to these places there is less working class white boys coming out of education, state education, with enough qualifications to go and do further education or to go and get themselves a job. There are more white working children who have the same issues as the black working children, because this is what it is. We're in a nation of benefits. We're in a nation of single parent households, and it's a well-known fact that if your aspirations, if you need to be on a benefit system, a welfare system, that's fine. But majority of people don't need to be on a welfare system. The majority of people, white, black, Indian, Chinese, whoever, are lazy. They could go out and get themselves a job, but it's hard, life's hard, and they're not the type of people to man up and take responsibility. But when you're in this kind of circle, you're not going to do well for your children. Your children are going to grow up and say, I've got no aspirations. The children are going to be in a single parent household watching their mum working or claiming benefits, but it's no life, there's no fun, there's no nothing. So they will not go through the education system as well as somebody with 2.4 children, mum, dad and a nuclear family. Now I'm not saying that there's not people out there, single parents, people on benefits that do wonderful for the children. If that's you and you're watching this and you're thinking, you just done me a bad one, you're the exception to the rule, because sadly the way that you use your children, you educate your children, you bring them up properly, there's a whole huge majority of people out there who don't. This is a fact. So when I'm hearing institutional racism in the UK, when I'm hearing black people are going to do worse in the UK, that's rubbish. There's been all them reports I said before, and not one on a white working child. Why is this? Why are certain people getting left behind over a potential racism thing? If you want to know about blind TVs, Femi, I've told you this. You can come and debate me anytime you want, talking about blind TVs and the reason that people with funny names or who are black or Chinese will not get it, right? They not get the job because of their names on the CV. If the people that they're hiring, the people doing the interviews, if they're that racist, they're not going to hire you anyway. They're going to see you walk in and they're going to be like, no, we don't want you here. And they'll make it up as it's a bad interview. So I don't know what your problem is with that. Again, come talk to me anytime. We'll flick on a live stream and we'll go. Also, when they're talking about black and Asian, we've got to remember the Asian Muslim, or is it Asian Chinese? Because the Chinese do quite well. The Chinese are always in the top 2-3%. Same about Indians. They're always up in the top 2%. Why? Because the families are at home and the families tell the children they got to do well. If you're an Indian child, you've got to do really, really well, or there's a whole family that casts you out. You don't get that in British families. If you're 2.4 white, working class family, your children are going to do alright. The same way as if you're a black, mixed race, 2.4 children, working class family, your children are going to do well. So if we're going to look at a race report, if we're going to look at institutional racism, we've got to look at how you're being racist to white folk and how you are edging them out. How you're edging them out of all these reports. It's unnecessary. We know that there's no institutional racism going on. Look at the Stephen Lawrence report. They said that the Metropolitan Police was institutional racist. The government was institutionally racist. You got to understand the words that you're using. Institutionally, that means that anyone in that institution is a racist. How can you get away with that? Yeah, there's going to be racists everywhere you go. I'm going to walk down the street, I'll probably see 2 or 3, but you'll never know. But that doesn't mean that if a bus driver is a full-on racist, it doesn't mean that the whole bus company is institutionally racist, no. And this is what we need to get away. So, whilst the only disparity I can see in races is one side getting quite a lot of effort and funding and the other side no. Don't think that's right somehow. Any of the people out there who try to promote this segregation, who try to promote this non-unification between people, all these out there can come and speak to me, but you refuse to. If you look at your inboxes, and I'll send this to you again. At any point in time, you can come and debate me, and you can tell me why. Show me why the UK, the place that you choose to live, the place where has given you up until now freedom, democracy, and a safe place to live and grow up. And this is what I don't get. Femi, private school. You haven't been in the hustle of life. You haven't been in an estate. You haven't grown up in an estate yet. You're going around saying everything's racist. Every UK person's racist while you're standing there. Where you go on national TV and you say, the poppy is virtue signalling. Normal British people, this is us showing respect to those who have died to give us what we've got now. We appreciate it every single time. That's another reason why the men of England need to stand up, because you're just giving all them freedoms back to the government. But this is another story. I just want to concentrate on the racism report. So if it's a race report, tell me why the white working children, the white working people are not there. Tell me why it's not geared to Chinese people then. Are Polish people an ethnic minority? Are they on there? What about German expats, French expats, Spanish expats? What about all them living in here? Because if you're racist, you're not going to like them either. And this is my issue. If I saw a problem with brown people, black people being disproportionately set upon, I'd have a problem. But I don't see it, don't hear it. And I'm about many places, believe you me. But the only racist thing I can see is these people constantly attacking the white working class. So why haven't I done a video about the race report? Because it's irrelevant to me. My skin tone is irrelevant to me. And what's more relevant to me is the flag behind me, who I am and what I fight for. That has a lot more relevance than the melanin in my skin. Whether or not a black supremacist don't like me because I'm too light, or a white supremacist don't like me because I'm too dark. I don't care. This is skin deep. This is it's all rubbish. All absolute rubbish. Because it's what you got in your heart and how you're gonna portray it. That's what matters to me as a British person. That's what matters. But all these people who are getting behind the report, all these MPs, all these Runnymede trusts, all these people who think that they can change the world, change how it is. I don't understand what you want to do. What do you want? Segregation? Is that how you want to change it? Do you want a whole lot of money to a company that you have set up? Or do you want people to do well? I want people to do well. Martin Luther King said that one day that the black children will play with the white children, and the white adults will play with the black adults. This is what I want, man. We've come too far now to go back full circle. But what I won't accept this attack on white people. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do it. And if that makes me a coon or an Uncle Tom or an enemy to blacks, so be it. I'm British. And if you want to call fellow British people racist, that's based on nothing. That's part of a few bits of information that you've made up in your head. I'm not having it. You show me one institution that is racist from the core. You show me one. And don't come with the Freemasons or anything like that. I'm telling you, all you black supremacists, people who have been like, the race report is like, it's been whitewashed. Boris Johnson has done this, he's watered it down. You show me one institution racist place. You show me one instance of institutional racism, and I'll show you you're a liar. But as I said, you people don't speak to me. Why? Because I've got your number, and I can call you out on it. Because you can't say to me, you're a racist. And that's powerful. That's powerful for me, because I take away your power. Because when people like Femi, when the conversation goes the wrong way, everyone's racist. Debate me. Change my mind. Use the other intelligent. Kahindi Andrews, you're intelligent, bro. Debate me then. You never will. Never in a million years. Because you're full of shit. Thank you for watching.